ordinance scheduling the planning and zoning committee meetings, dates.
Ordinance amending ordinance number 392, setting the meeting dates for the City of Cumberland Planning and Zoning Commission. Be it ordained by the City of Cumberland that Section 1, the regular meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Cumberland, Kentucky shall be held in the City Hall at Cumberland, Kentucky on the second Tuesday of each month. Time for beginning of the meeting shall be at 10 a.m. Section 2, ordinance number 392 shall be anointed to reflect this change in day and time of the scheduled meetings. Section 3. This ordinance shall become effective when adopted and published as required by Kentucky regulatory statutes, dated first reading April 12, 2011. An ordinance amending ordinance.
Hold on a second. You got that there? We'll get for the second reading on the next council meeting. Okay.
An ordinance amending ordinance. What ordinance?
Oh, let's leave it blank until we can
Okay.
still vote on it, okay?
To establish the meeting dates of the Cumberland Code Enforcement Board. Be it ordained by the City of Cumberland that Section 1, the regular meeting of the City of Cumberland Code Enforcement Board shall be held in the City Hall at Cumberland, Kentucky on the second Tuesday of each month. Time for the beginning of the meeting shall be at 10 a.m. Section 2. This ordinance shall become effective when adopted and published as required by Kentucky regulatory statutes, dated first reading April 12, 2011.
And at this time, I'd like to nominate David Disney as a member of the Code Enforcement Board. He's a citizen of Cumberland. He meets all the requirements of age and residence, and he lives right over there on Fraser Street.
David would be good. I'll make a motion for
I
David.
second that.
He'd be good for that.
David Disney. Motion made by Charles Robin. Second.
It's not gonna be a conflict, them both having their meetings here at the city hall. at the same
No, they
time?
wanted to do it that way.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, because it's more or less work together.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it?
Next item is an ordinance requires the registration of vacant residential properties.
An ordinance of the City of Cumberland, Kentucky requiring registration of certain vacant residential properties. Whereas the presence of vacant residential property may constitute a threat to the public health, general welfare, and safety of the residents of Cumberland, Kentucky. And whereas the presence of a vacant residential property may depreciate property values and contribute to the deterioration of surrounding neighborhoods, and whereas the presence of vacant residential property may necessitate expensive and disappropriate expenditures of public funds for the preservation of the property, prevention of crime, and maintenance of adequate police, fire, and accident protection, and whereas city officials are hampered in their efforts to enforce municipal codes without information regarding the current status and ownership of vacant residential properties, and whereas it is in the best interest of the city to ensure significant information made available to city officials to assure effective maintenance and preservation of vacant residential property. Now, therefore, be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Cumberland, Kentucky.
Did each of you have a copy of this? Okay. We won't need to read the definitions and things. Okay. The next item is council comments.
I don't know.
We'll start with Brandon. Do anything for the council?
No.
Carolyn, you do?
Yeah, there's one thing. When I came to pick up my stuff today, there was a gentleman in here and he told me that somebody was probably gonna open a bar up in the Rexall, not Rexall, but yeah, it's the old Rexall building. And he was a little bit upset as far as, and I'm not gonna name his name because he didn't want to cause him problems, but he voiced concern that there would be a lot of loud music, late night doings. So he just wanted me to bring it to the attention of the council that that is a probability at this point. So I don't know what we can do about it, or as far as Mike's concerned about what ordinances we have for keeping down noise and
I believe we've
time is
got the
bar?
ordinance.
all that.
We've
They're
got the
gonna put
ordinances in
sports
the
bar.
teeth.
They're gonna put what in?
Sports
So
bar.
you already know about it?
I was down here when he came to pick up the paperwork to apply for the local.
Are they
things.
mandated to close at a
Certain time,
12 o'clock.
That's
So-
what's the difference between a sports bar and a regular bar?
yeah. They put up TVs and stuff for them to watch ESPN, different stuff like
They
that.
serve food and stuff like
Hot
that?
wings,
Yeah.
bunch of drinks.
Supposed to. Now, if that's what it ends up being, I don't know.
Yeah. So what kind of orders do we have, I guess is my question, because now there are a lot of residential sections behind that. That's gonna be a big problem if they're allowed to ban it.
There's ordinances.
Ordinance now to cover that. I don't have it right here. We've got a nuisance ordinance that would cover it.
They just serve beer.
Till 12.
Till 12, then they have to be closed out and gone.
They can't serve whiskey.
No, you can't serve whiskey no more in town that I know.
It's the beer.
Now, they haven't got their privilege license yet. They've applied for a state license, and they are yet to get the privilege license. And when they come in to apply for the privilege license, we're going to give them a copy of the nuisance ordinance and tell them exactly what the city kind of expects.
Who approves the privilege license? The city clerk?
The city clerk or the mayor, that's subject to the disapproval of the council.
Carolyn, that's something that Carl can address with them. That's a good idea. He can just set all of it right up the creek with them when they come in and
Yeah,
get
you
their
need
driver's
to,
license.
because we don't want, plus we do not want loud music in town. I mean, we're not a honky tonk joint just because we so loud beer in this town. I mean, it's gotta be controlled right. And if we need another ordinance to go along with it, we need to come up with it. I mean, I'm not against business. That's not what I'm saying. I'm against revenue and not being controlled right.
I think with the state laws and the ordinances already on the books, we just have to enforce them, I think.
So I thought I would bring that up to the council so we could see what we could do about smoking noise and rowdiness. We got ABC. Alcohol beverages.
Yeah,
Two. Two other.
Bill Hornet, me,
Dale.
Bill Hornet.
And you.
That's by virtue of being the mayor.
They really don't have any control over that. The city don't. They get their license through the state. We tried that, if I can interject right here, we tried that, whatever, what was that club behind the post office? You remember the
Yeah,
Star
Shades.
Eagles and all that?
Yeah.
As long as they close their doors on time and the noise and that, you don't have any control. They have all the rights.
We got the alcohol beverage, ordinance. This kind of nuisance ordinance.
We tried to stop that.
Well, we need to look at that real close and see, make sure that it is controlled, because you know, if it's a nice sports
I'd be very
bar,
say
it's
if
okay.
it's something
But
big, maybe
if it's
there's
backdoor
problems
stuff
there,
on the weekends,
I don't know what kind of sound would escape from the building, but if it gets too loud, then
Well,
that's
if it's
something
a-
they would have to invest in soundproofing the building.